Hello, my name is Garrett Larson, and I am the co-founder and CEO here at Rhombus. Today I'm excited to show you why Rhombus is a leader in cloud physical security, from anything from cameras to access control, alarm monitoring, sensors, and much more. Now when you log into Rhombus, you're presented with a fully customizable dashboard. Now on my dashboard, I have these dashlets. The first one here shows me device status. I also have one that can show me real-time camera feeds. I'll load that up. You can see that. And much more. From mine, I have faces, most recent license plates, and even analytics. And I'm going to get much more into this in a little bit. All right, let's go check out some of the cameras and what those look like. At Rhombus, we have all different types of camera models that are specific to certain situations. And I'll show first just what an interior camera looks like. So this is an interior camera. You can see the big view that you get when you're looking at it. And down here, you'll notice all these little event marks. And now these event marks will take you from one event that's of importance to the next event. So we have human events to the next human event. And you can see how fast and easy it is to go from one event to the next. It really makes the searching easy on Rhombus. And I'm going to show you much more of that as we go to the next camera. So I'll go to another camera that has a lot more going on. I'll go to this outdoor camera. And with this, again, you can see the big view of everything that's going on. And just like we did on the other camera, I can go from one event to the next. So that's a person event. To say I can go to a vehicle event. I'll go to another vehicle event. And it shows you just how fast you can skip from one event to the next. Now, let's say you want to search and you want to see a listing of all of these events kind of in a thumbnail view. Well, you can do just that with Rhombus. I can see here, I can go from, say, one person event to the next person event. I can do the same for vehicles. Or let's say I want to do a more customized search. Well, with the power of AI, I can actually search for whatever I want. So I do know that a garbage truck came through earlier today. So let's see if I can find exactly when that garbage truck came in. Again, with an older system, you'd have to skip through all the video to see exactly when that is. But with Rhombus, I can just hit search there. You saw how fast that search came up. I can see this, all these events. I'm going to pick this first one. And there it is. There's the garbage truck. That's how quick and easy it was to get to that event of the garbage truck. Now let's see, I want more context around this. I actually want to see all the neighboring cameras. I can go here. I can actually see the cameras south of it, the left of it. Maybe I want to add some of these cameras to the view. So I'll add that one. I'll add this camera to the view. And I can see exactly what's going on these particular cameras at this exact time. And this just gives me a lot more context about what's happening with the surrounding cameras at this given point in time. Now, let's say this is an important event and I actually need to save this off and share it with somebody else. Well, I can do just that with Rhombus. I can go here. I can say I want to create a clip. It's going to take me right into that event. I can narrow down to the time that's most important to me. So let's say maybe it's this time frame right here. And then I can say I want to save this clip, and I'm going to say that this is a garbage truck in parking lot. There's some optional notes I can add here. I can even include audio since our system supports audio and much more. So I'm going to hit save. And now what's going to happen is the video is going to be taken from the camera. Our cameras store anywhere between 20 and 365 days of continuous HD video. And this video is going to be uploaded to our cloud where I can do much more with it, including sharing it and downloading it. So I'm going to go right to our save video. I'll see that it's being uploaded at this given point in time. That'll take a minute, but I can take a past one that I have previously saved. So I can go to this one that's been previously saved. I can say I want to share this. I can give this an optional title, which I already have. An optional password, because at the end of the day, this is going to be a clip that I can share out, and I can have it password protected, and an optional expiration date. I can then hit create and put in a phone number here, and then I can text this off immediately to someone on the other side, and they can watch this video, immediately respond, and take action. That is just a demonstration of how quick and simple it is to do an investigation within Rhombus. Find exactly what you need, share it off, and respond to it. Okay, now that I showed that, as I mentioned before, Rhombus is not just about cameras. We have a full security platform that has much more than cameras. So I want to show a little bit of that as well. So we'll go in here and you can see just some of the other devices we have. We have audio gateways for two-way audio communication. We have door sensors so that you can set up door sensors to know when someone has come in and out. Even environmental sensors so you can do temperature, humidity, even much more here like vape detection and all that, which I know can be very important for schools. One of the other ones I did want to show are video intercoms. So you can see all these video intercoms I have. Another great feature of Rhombus is you can make this console just for one location. So I'm going to go up here in the top left, and I'm going to say just narrow this down to our headquarters location. That'll show me just the door reader for that location. And I'll go into this door reader. And again, just like we had with our other cameras that I showed, you can go from one event to the next. In this one, since it's a door reader, we can actually see the person that's coming in. And so you can easily skip directly to that event that is most important to you. The other thing that you can do with our door readers or our doorbell reader is that if I go to live here, you can actually see the other things I can do, such as unlock the door for somebody, or I can do click to talk where I can communicate directly with this person that might be in the lobby at this given point in time. Okay, now we're going to move on from the video intercom, and I'm going to show you locations. And so when you go into locations, you can see all of your different locations that you have. I'll go into one of these locations. And so when we're dropped into the location, you can see if you have a floor plan, you can upload that. You can see all of your different devices on that floor plan, so it really makes it easy from a spatial point of view to see exactly everything that's going on with that location. And even if your locations are multi-story, you can see exactly your floor plan and where your devices are on each story. So when you have a location, some of the more important thing might be, hey, what's going on? What happens if something is going on? Specifically, what if there is an active security incident? Well, with Rhombus, we have integrated alarm monitoring. So at any given location, let's say there is an issue, your devices can be set up to be monitored such that if there's any alerts going on with your devices, so I have these cameras set up, those, whenever there's an active alert that's sent on for those will go for video verification. And if the person that's monitoring it deems that there's something going on, such as someone breaking in or there's a threat to the property, they can dispatch the police or fire department or whoever else needs to be dispatched. So with Rhombus, we have alarm monitoring completely integrated. You can set this up to be manually armed or disarmed, or you can set this up on a schedule such that it activates at, say, 9:30 p.m. and deactivates at 6 a.m. Okay, I've shown you a bunch of what's been going on from the website, but as we know in this day and age, it's just as important that all of this works just as well from the web as it does from your mobile device. So I'm going to switch over here and show you a little bit of what this looks like from your mobile device. Okay, switching over to mobile device, and that we've tried to make this just as easy to use on mobile as it is from the web. And so here you can see all of your devices just like we saw on the web. I can go in here, I can see all of my different devices. I can go into those same cameras that we looked at before. I can easily skip from one event to the next event here and see exactly when there was people going through. So very simple to use, just like we saw from the web. I also have all of my other devices here, like those video intercoms. I have my audio gateways. I can communicate directly from there. I have door sensors, motion sensors, buttons, much more. All of my locations. I can start my alarm monitoring from within here. So again, it's just as simple to use from your mobile device. The other mobile app we have is what we call Rhombus Key. And for your employees that need access to your office, they can obviously use badge cards just like they do today, but they can also use their mobile phone, which is the much more modern way to do it for a lot of organizations. And from within here, they can use their mobile phone as their credentials to get into the office. They can also use this to say automatically or to remotely unlock a door if they forgot their badge. And you can see all of your different locations from within here. This is all permission based, so only you can make it such that the employees should only have access to the doors that they should have access to. You can also do other permissions such that they can only remotely unlock if they're near the office and they can't do it from somewhere remote and far away. All right, now that I've showed you a little bit of mobile, I'm going to switch back and show you a last couple features from the web. Okay, switching back to the web here, I just want to show you a couple last features, and this is getting back to the analytics that I mentioned at the beginning. So within Rhombus, we have a new feature called custom events. And so in this day and age, we obviously know cameras can record, they can record security events, they can record past footage, but with AI now, they can do so much more in such a much more cost-effective way. And so one of that we have unlocked here at Rhombus is the ability to ask any question you want, and if it returns a numerical response, to actually gather analytics around that. And so I'm going to give you one quick example here. is we have EV chargers set up at our offices, and I want the ability to count the utilization or to report on the utilization of those EV chargers. So let's go into this event. I set up this event. It's called EV charger utilization. I have a prompt for it. I'll get into that in a little bit. And then I can tell it how to actually collect those metrics, which you can see down here. And now we'll go to the next steps to show you how to configure this. We've made it really simple to set this up. And so I can say on this particular camera, I want to only look at this particular area, and then there's a prompt that goes with it. And this is the prompt. There are 4 EV parking spots shown in the picture. Tell me percentage-wise how many EV spots are being used. And so I put the area. I can give it some video, and I can say to test this prompt. So I'm going to have it test it. Hopefully it comes up with 50% there. And there it is. Estimated percentage is 50%. So now we've set up this custom event such that the system will now start collecting that data, and we can actually see reporting on that data. And that's what we'll look at here next. So we say done, and then I'm going to go here. I'm going to go to our reporting, and we're going to go to Rhombus Insights. And then I'm going to bring up this event that we just set up, EV charger utilization. And now you can see the custom reporting on this over the last few days. So we can see during these hours that it wasn't used at all, which makes sense. And then starting at 7 a.m., 25%. On this day, 25%. On this day, we actually got up to 75%. And this just kind of gives you a quick taste of how Rhombus can unlock analytics and operational excellence within your organizations to get much more value and use out of these cameras than historically you've ever been able to do. Okay, and that wraps up our demo today. Thank you so much for listening in. If you want to learn more, please reach out, and one of our staff would be more than happy to give you a much more in-depth demo, and you can learn how Rhombus can make your organization much more secure and productive. Have a great day.